down. The last ones they walked out. I couldn't count on them to be there now. So I went and lost faith that I would be okay. Then you came around and showed me the right way. Never gotta wonder about you, 'cause I know that you're gonna come through. And no, never gotta worry, you'll come. Reason why I'm always at home. Never gotta wonder. Never gotta wonder. Where did you come from? Bringing that good love. I never knew it was real till you showed up. 'Cause you always on it. You keep your promise. Tell me that I'm all you ever wanted. Never gotta wonder about you, 'cause I know that you're gonna come through. And no, never gotta worry, you'll come. Reason why I'm always at home. Never gotta wonder. Never gotta wonder. Never gotta wonder.
Hello and welcome, everyone, to day number 2 of Southeast Asia DeFi Week. Um, we are now broadcasting live from Asia Blockchain Center, right here in the heart of KL. Just like to give a big shout out, okay, to all our partners and friends, okay, who have supported this event throughout Southeast Asia. Um, you're going to learn all about them, okay, throughout the entire week, okay. But we have, okay, the probably the largest, okay, collaborative effort so far. We have done this twice, okay, Southeast Asia DeFi Week. But this time, okay, we have friends from Philippines, Indonesia, Vietnam, okay, all tuning in. So first and foremost, welcome and thanks for being with us today. The reason why we are here and why we're doing this week is because DeFi is growing extremely fast. And we covered this very briefly yesterday, but just to recap, okay, for those who are joining in for the first time today, DeFi started, okay, just really parabolic growth, okay, over the last few months, okay, from 500 million in March, okay, during when coronavirus hit. It quickly recovered, okay, and hit $1 billion in a couple of months later in June. Doubled into 2 billion, okay, a few weeks later. Then last week on July 6th, July 26th, hit a record, okay, of 4 billion amount of money in the DeFi space. And just as we launched, okay, that we're going to do this event, it doubled again. And it looks like it's not stopping. This is as of yesterday, DeFi, the amount of money in DeFi is now $11 billion. Now, this is really good for DeFi, okay, which is showing that we are getting a lot of traction. However, there is caveats. Number one, when something is grabbing so much attention, there are a lot of people, okay, might have this tendency to fall into the hype. Hence, okay, what you must know about DeFi, the first thing is that we're still dealing with very uncharted territory. A lot of the projects, okay, in the DeFi space are less than 3 years old. Many of them are considered, okay, still in alpha stage. There's a lot of risks and uncertainties, and also because of the amount of inflow of money coming into DeFi, there is definitely going to attract a lot of um, bad actors, okay, in the space wanting to dupe gullible investors looking to get rich quick. So part of the reason, okay, why we created this entire week is so that you have an opportunity to listen to some of the top DeFi projects that are currently shipping out a lot of products, gaining a lot of traction, and you get to hear it from themselves so that you know what DeFi actually is, and you know how to differentiate between what is real, okay, what is fake, what is legit, what is full of non-legit. So, quick disclaimer: this place is there's still a lot to learn. There's a lot of things, okay, a lot of uncertainties. So none of the content shared throughout this Southeast Asia DeFi week is financial advice or investment advice. Please understand that you must bear your own responsibilities and risks involving in or participating, okay, in an emerging technology like DeFi. Our goal is to help more people. Why we do this is our goal is to help more people to understand about DeFi by providing a safe, neutral, easy to learn environment to learn about DeFi. Help people to differentiate between what is real, what is fake, so that you can capture real opportunities. Part of our mission also is to help people to find remote work and generate an alternative income in this industry. Of all the things, okay, that's happening in our crazy world right now, not without saying, okay, coronavirus and unemployment numbers, the one industry that is actually booming and hungry, getting even more hungry for talented people, is the crypto slash blockchain slash DeFi industry. So by having, okay, more people in Southeast Asia, which has a rich pool of talented young, okay, people, the easier, okay, the more people who understand this space better, we are then going to be able to become a very attractive destination where reputable projects, okay, will come and spend more time, okay, to give us in Southeast Asia, to give us jobs, build their user base, find adopters, fans, champions, and that is the reason why we created this entire week. So for those who are tuning in for the first time today, you missed out on day one. What is DeFi? So DeFi is short for decentralized finance, pronounced DeFi. The simplest definition that I can give of what DeFi is, it's basically an emerging set of new computer programs, financial products that you can use without intermediaries. Okay, and over the next 6 more days, we are so lucky that we have brought, okay, some of the top, okay, trending projects right now that you are seeing in the news to that you can get to learn. So yesterday we covered in baby steps. We covered money market protocols. We covered Compound and Aave. And today we're going to be covering 2 platforms which are popular because they have brought enhanced user experience to the DeFi space, which is Instadapp and Uniswap. Now, before we continue, the DeFi tends to have like a lot of jargon. So one of the things, okay, that I think you would hear a lot in the DeFi space is this term called money Legos. So what are money Legos? So to understand money Legos are basically anything that is built in the decentralized space that is useful for a particular purpose and can scale. Like for example, the first money Lego is cryptocurrencies, crypto assets like Bitcoin and Ethereum. So what DeFi basically is a space where people are building more and more money Legos, like stable coins. We covered this. We invited Maker in the first Southeast Asia DeFi week. If you do not know what Maker is, we have also invited them on day 7. However, please check out the first video that we did in the previous Southeast Asia DeFi week. Yesterday we covered money markets, places where you can supply idle cryptocurrency assets to earn interest, or you can collateralize, put in something valuable like a crypto asset to gain a new source of financing. And today we're going to be talking about DEX. And over the next 7 days, you'll be learning all these different kinds of money Legos, like SINs, like tomorrow we'll be inviting Ren Protocol and Keep, who are both bringing Bitcoin into into Ethereum. And there's just a lot, okay? So with all these, when you think of it as money Legos, this is the reason why another word that you hear a lot in the DeFi space is the word composability, which means that you are able to, because this person has built this, you're able to then use this with that. And we saw that yesterday with Aave, their interest-bearing stablecoin. We saw that with Flash loans. Flash loan is another money Lego. We saw that with credit delegation. That's another money Lego. And it's when one of the commenters in the listening in yesterday asked the question, what is the next big thing? It really isn't about looking for the next big thing, because what is happening in the DeFi space is rapid iterations, rapid development of new money Legos that combine together form a larger whole. And that is what we are seeing right now. Because what's happening in DeFi, this is just an example. The number of developments, new features being shipped is happening almost on a weekly basis, that a lot of people in the DeFi space themselves find it difficult to catch and follow up with what is happening. Now, if this is something that is very difficult for you right now, I just want you to know that this is normal. And do take your time, because it would take some time, for you to basically digest all this in. But once you start experimenting, in small amounts, it then becomes really, really clear. Because the point, of DeFi is to simplify, to make things much more convenient, save you time, make you more productive, save you more costs. That is the goal of DeFi. The goal of DeFi is to become Fi, which is basically finance. So, and part of the reason of all this iteration that is happening in the space right now is due to the fact, that these are all built using open, borderless, global, permissionless, and censorship-resistant technology, which is very unique compared to what we are used to, because what we are seeing for the first time in this in the financial use case is developers can compose new things much more easier, as opposed to when banks want to do it, work together and innovate in the space. So this is the part of the reason why so much is happening in the DeFi space, to the point that it really, we feel that you cannot catch up, because there is so much that can be done, and we are just at the beginning of it. So we're really excited, okay, to see what DeFi actually becomes as more and more developers build protocols, primitives, new money Legos, and people start to use it for different use cases and get better at it. So today, we're going to talk about, we're going to talk about Instadapp and Uniswap. Do stay till the end, okay, for instructions on how to win prizes. If you, because if you ask, okay, a lot of questions, okay, we're going to pick out the top 10 best questions uh, that you ask the speakers today, and you get to potentially win 20 USDC, which is a stable coin pegged to the US dollar. Really, really cool. Why we do this is because this is the best way to help people to get into crypto is by giving crypto and uh, use this crypto to stay in crypto. So stay till the end, okay, for the instructions on how to win the prizes for today. If you did not manage to submit your questions yesterday, there's still a chance, okay. The feedback form link, okay, it's currently right now showing on the banner. There's a cutoff period at 6 p.m. today, and then we'll announce the winners tomorrow. So without further ado, today we're going to talk about Instadapp. Very quickly, what is Instadapp? Instadapp is it's a new interface. Okay, if you visit Instadapp, the website, basically you will see a lot of new tools. Okay, that it allows you to manage what you want to do in DeFi in a single place rather than going to individual protocols. Now, one of the things, okay, that I really like about Instadapp is that it simplifies, okay, the uh, the technicalities that usually a non-technical person will have to go through in DeFi. I'll give you an example. If you look on the top, okay, of the Instadapp, okay, page, you will see that you can access MakerDAO's uh, functionalities. You can access compounds. You can access Curve, which you will learn, okay, tomorrow on Thursday. And say, for example, in the dashboard of Compound, on the right hand side, you can actually see that there is this different functions, which is basically in English. All right, you can do a depth swap, you can do a collateral swap. Normally, this would require coding skills. You will require to do this yourself if you wanted to execute these, and you will require to do it at the individual platforms. Okay, Instadapp simplifies this entire process by giving us a suite of tools, okay, that we can use immediately, saving us a lot of time, saving us a lot of money. Basically, codes done for you, including some yield hacks. So I'm very happy, okay, today that we are joined by a team member from a core team member from the Instadapp team. His name is Trilok Kumar. He's the lead developer at Instadapp. And I'd like to welcome him. Thank you so much for being here, Trilok. Whoops, need to add you into the stream first. Thank you so much for being here, Trilok.
Hey Jensen, it's my pleasure to be here. Hey,
So, first and foremost, okay, Trilok, I'd like to ask you, okay, what do you do? Okay, how long have you been with the Instadapp team, and what do you do there?
so I've been like around 1.5 year at Instadapp, and I'm working on the core side of the Instadapp. Like I built the core parts of the Instadapp. Yeah.
So, how old is Instadapp? Were you part of
Uh,
the at the very very beginning?
so I guess after Instadapp started like around 6-8 months I've joined. So as a backend developer, then I started working as a smart contract developer. Then I started when recently we launched DSS. So there I worked as a core member, core developer, creating. the core stuff of the DSA layer.
Okay, so I've given a quick intro,
Mhm.
okay, my version of what Instadapp is.
Okay.
Um, um, how would you describe, okay, Instadapp in your own words? What
Okay.
is Instadapp?
Okay. So as you know, DeFi, the decentralized finance is a little bit complex and
Definitely.
it's new. Yeah, DeFi. Yeah. So people are not very much aware like how things work under hood, and there's a lot of yield farming going on, and at the same time many protocols are giving an opportunity to yield. So as a DeFi is very complex, we try at Instagram we try to simplify this complex things into very easier manner, so so users or the customers can easily access or manage their portfolio or position in particular protocol. So we mostly we try to integrate as many as good protocols in the market, so people can just jump here and start using everything at one place. And we have like the complex transactions like save leverage. In just one click, you can go up to say, leverage up to 14x, which is pretty huge. And this can be done only via smart contracts, and our inbuilt flash loan does this to happen in one single transaction. So user doesn't need to make multiple transactions to do this stuff.
Did you just say 14x, not 4x,
Yeah, yeah.
14x?
14x. Yeah. So recently there was a tweet from Samit, the co-founder. So since in the Maker Vault, there's a vault type called USDCA, where it has a collateral where it has a liquidation of 90%. So with a little bit amount of collateral you can go with that to 14x, and you can earn pretty interest. Since DAI is finding difficult to be stable, it's I guess it's currently at $1.02.
Mm-hmm.
So depending so to so using that opportunity, users can earn more profit. So so the co-founder from Instadapp recently tweeted that he got around 30%, 38% of return with just 28,000 USDC. That's pretty huge. 38,000, like 38% in one single transaction.
So you're saying, okay, that to help the DAI stablecoin, okay,
Mhm.
stabilize, okay,
Yeah.
um,
So
basically, mm,
yeah, so what I meant there is like since DAI is like there should be a circulation in the market to increase to increase the circulation. If we mint more DAI from the maker vault, it will try to get its spec back. So that's how the prices like go like I guess it's like as I said it's like $1.02, which is out of its peg. So using that opportunity, users can get profit in single transaction. But there are some
okay,
few limitations that they have to wait till they have to close the position in the
okay,
vault. Yeah.
okay. So um, so Instadebt exists, okay, to basically help people in DeFi make their lives easier, okay,
Yeah.
by providing, okay, by helping to write those smart contracts so that they can get certain things done. Can you demonstrate, okay, some of the most popular functions that people use Instadebt for?
Yeah, so most of the popular functions I would say are one is bridging or the refinancing. So in that, people shift their position from one protocol to another. So let's say on Compound, the DAI interest rate is around let's say it's around 6, but in Maker it's currently 0. So people to avoid that, they can shift their position from Compound to Maker in just one single transaction. So that helps people to save from the interest rate and everything. And the next one comes is save and leverage. Save and leverage is like leveraging your position in a particular protocol. As I said, you can like on the maker wall, you can go up to 14x, 14 to 13x. That's pretty huge. And the other feature was using the leverage. there was a yield farming on Compound where users started using that yield farm, maximizing comp. So that those are the top three features users have used so far.
So the first time I used Instadapp, okay, was also because when Comp, okay, released their
The governance
uh,
token.
yes, their governance token,
Yeah.
okay, and I think that but I didn't really understand it, okay. I mean I did it, okay. I used the function to get 4x leverage. I started with
Yeah.
1,000 DAI, okay,
Hmm.
and let's have a look, right? Let me share the screen here.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, all right, let me share my screen.
Yeah,
Right, so this is the Instadapp, okay, interface. Is this the button, okay, to go dark mode? All right, this is the button
yeah,
to go dark mode. Right, so on the right hand side, okay, there was there's all these functions. This is the first thing, okay, that uh,
maximizing.
I tried out with, which is maximize of coin mining. So
Yeah,
if I wanted to do this by myself, basically I would need to do this individually at the different protocols, right? I would need to borrow USDC debt, okay, um,
yeah.
do it. So if
So,
let's say,
yeah, yeah. So, like you can't go up to 4x because there might be some depth. So there is some inbuilt flash loan used here. So you can't go up to 4x. You can do the like you have to do around like 6 7 transactions to achieve this in one single transaction. So
right?
do that will cost users also too much gas, and it will be costly looking at the
Yes,
current gas
exactly.
situation.
Okay, when if I wanted to do this on my own, I would need to also pay gas fees, okay, for every single transaction along the way.
Yeah, yeah,
Whereas this is basically what Instadapp has done is that all of this is done in a single transaction
yeah,
for us because you have written the code as such.
yeah, yeah.
How is it that when I started, okay, with 1,000 DAI, okay, and when I started with 1,000, uh, when I started with 1,000 DAI, um, and then I remembered, okay, um, I borrowed 1,000 Tether, swap that you,
1,000.
yeah, swap that 1,000 Tether USDT into DAI. How is that even possible in the first place? Because um, by right, if I only have 1,000 DAI, shouldn't I only be able to borrow less than 75%?
Yeah, yeah. So as I said, you can't go up to 4x because so we are using our inbuilt flash loan. So first, what we do is so we take around 1,000 USDT flash loan. So it's like so I'll just give a quick intro to what exactly the flash loan is. Flash loan is nothing but to take collateral, and you have to pay back that loan in the end of the transaction. So using that cool feature that built this one. So what exactly it happens under hood is, so I'll first borrow 1,000 USDT. Then after borrowing that, borrow in the sense flash loan that USDT. After borrowing that flash loan, I'll convert this USDT into into DAI. So I'll be selling this on a DEX or somewhere. After that, I'll get around near to 1,000 DAI. So after getting this 1,000 DAI, I'll deposit back into Compound as collateral. So now 1,000 plus 1,000 becomes 2,000. Now at the last and the last second step, I'll borrow USDT from my Compound position and pay back the flash loan. So this can be
Right.
only happen by via so this could happen because there was a flash loan and a smart wallet. So if you just had a if you just had a flash loan also, you couldn't do this in a single transaction. You have to do multiple transaction, and there'll be a lot of gas wasting. So
Right. Okay. So there's a flash loan actually incorporated in between as well. I did not know that. Okay, now it starts to make sense. But for those who are listening in, okay, if you are not following um, the flow of the transactions, what I think that I would do, okay, after the session, the day is over, is that I'll watch back, okay, the this video, all right, and then I'll chart out, okay, the flow so that you guys can see what are the steps, okay, that allows it to arrive at that. Um, Another question, okay, that I think a lot of people are asking, okay, right now on terms of like what Instadapp can do, okay, is what is this? Is I think one of the interesting features is the ability to um, exit, okay, without being tied, okay, to Instadapp. So if let's say, for example, if I started to take up a position, okay, in compound,
Mhm.
or I wanted to do this maximize comp, there's an option for me to basically stop, okay, and exit um,
Yeah.
my position like really easily. Can you share and elaborate on that?
Like the flow, how exactly things work there, like the process step. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So after doing the maximizing comp, users have to also close their position. So to close their position, there's a feature on there's a feature called as unwind or save. In that, what it does is it does the reverse thing. So there again, it takes the flash loan. There again, so now let's say we have a position of 2000 DAI and like 1000 USDT. So we want to close this position to get to the initial position where you have 1000 DAI. So
Mm.
in the whole process, first step, I'll be taking a flash loan of US, yeah, sorry, I'll be taking flash loan of DAI. After taking that flash loan DAI, I'll be selling that to get USDT. This is the second step. After that, third step, I'll pay I'll pay back my borrowed debt, which is 1000. Now,
Yep.
after this thing is done, the fourth step, in my position, I'm left with 2000 DAI as collateral and zero debt.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'll just take this 1000 DAI from my deposited collateral and pay back the flash. So this is how we unwind or close the position and to get the initial step. Uh,
Wow,
so
sounds
yeah,
okay.
so you normal users to do this, they need to understand a lot of things what exactly happening. So we
Yep.
just create a simple UI, a simple UI or the, UX to make users to do this without any knowing how exactly things work. They can just enter the numbers and they can get up to 4x
Right,
leverage.
right, 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 right. I get what you mean. Okay. It's kind of like what you're saying, okay, is that at the end of the day, what Instadapp is doing is you're putting the focus on the users, okay? Users want to get from point A to point B, okay, and they are less interested on how it is being done. So what
Yes.
Instadapp actually does is that it knows, okay, what are the money Legos that are available. Okay, I can get a flash loan. Do you get a flash loan, okay, from do you source your fresh loan from Aave or DYDX um, uh,
Okay.
or
Yeah. So there are
this
like
is a question
many
from Philippines.
Philippines. Okay, so there are like many flash loans available in market. So to build a robust flash loan in our DSC ecosystem, we have created our own flash loan, which uses compound behind. So where we have deposit like where users can take flash loan up to 2 million. In the near future, we're going to increase that. So like we have built our own flash loan to become the flash.
I feel like we're really, really behind. Okay, quite frankly, because I'm also struggling. Okay, to wrap my head around, okay, how you're actually using flash loans. Um, but I think that after this, okay, a lot of people listening in are going to be excited to basically experiment, okay, themselves and use Instadapp as well to get that done.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, uh, there's a question, okay, from the audience that says, are you able to give a demonstration, okay, of putting in a position through Instadapp right now?
Uh, yeah, sure, I can do that. Once just let me just. So do you want me to show how? So
This is a request from one of the people in who's tuning in right now.
okay, okay. So I guess the gas fee might just cost a bit. So I'll just show what it. I can just show you some stats. One second.
So let me take this uh, while Trilok is setting it up, okay, a demonstration for us. Let me take this question, okay, from the audience. Just to recap, what is a flash loan? So this was covered yesterday, actually, okay, thanks to Ave. A flash loan, in its most simplistic definition, is basically money that you can borrow, and it doesn't really matter what is the amount as long as the place that you borrow it from has enough liquidity. So you can borrow that money if you can return it within 15 seconds. So that is basically a flash loan. So imagine, okay, that there is a function available for you where you can receive financing to basically do the things that you need to do. Let's say you need to go to shop A and buy this, shop B and buy this, and then put it all together, package it into a product, sell it to point C for profit, and then pay back the loan all within 15 seconds, which is basically roughly the estimate time of a single block on the Ethereum blockchain. So if you can do that, then that's where, okay, you can actually use a flash loan. You can actually execute a financial transaction, get things done, get it financed without actually coming up with your own money. So an example of a use case of a flash loan that is very widely used right now is arbitrage. Like for example, if you go to cross DEX arbitrage, if you go to say Uniswap, and the price of say this say a stable coin like USDC is trading at 0.98, for example, and you see that there's another trading DEX where the price, okay, of USDC is 1.02. So what you can do is you can code a smart contract, get a flash loan, okay, from one of the providers, buy USDC at 0.98 from the cheaper DEX, sell, okay, that USDC in the at the whereas more expensive is it's 1.02, okay, make the profit, pay back the loan all within a single transaction. So that's what a flash loan is.
Flow and the transaction is done. So I guess
Mm-hmm.
there's a huge pretty gas going on. It's costing around like $100 to do the transaction right now. I don't have that much current in my wallet.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
Gas fees.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah. So gas fees like are going crazy because there was a huge demand. Yeah. Okay. So let's say this is a detailed article how exactly things work on the leverage. So now let's say there's a current balance of 12,500 DAI. So first I'll borrow so this is going up to 4x leverage. So first I'll borrow this much of DAI from the flash loan. So now it will become like this much, like around 50,000 DAI. I swap this
Mm-hmm.
this DAI into USDT and I'll get this much of USDT, which is like 700 profit because DAI is not so at when this was written, the DAI was near to 1.02 dollars. So I got
Mm-hmm.
this much of USDT, sorry USDC. Then I'll open a new vault and log this USDC as a collateral in the vault, and then at the fifth step, I'll borrow the exact amount of that I've borrowed from the Blackstone. I'll borrow this from my vault, the vault I've opened, and I'll pay back the flash loan. So, the condition of the flash loan is satisfied, and I've opened a position which shows like this: 50,000 of collateral, 50,700 of collateral, and about 37,500 of die debt was taken. So if you see, now if I just calculate what are my profits, if I just subtract, so initially I've started with 12,500 die, and at the
Mm-hmm.
end, when I difference this one, I'm able to see around like 700 profit I got in just one single transaction. So this is the transaction details. So this is like how exactly things work. So I can just share you the link so you can just have a understanding of how exactly this happens.
Yeah, I have shared the link, okay, to the groups already. Okay,
Oh,
thank you so much for sharing that, Davish. One question, okay, that is coming in from the group right now is that now that you mentioned on gas fees, can we get your thoughts, okay, about um, you know the gas prices right now, okay?
yeah.
What do you think? Okay, is there any workaround the gas fees? One of the audience member asked.
Okay, so currently we are working on like optimizing like whole infrastructure, like bring down the gas because I think like if you see in the current situation, the gas price around 100, which is pretty too much. So we're working
Yes.
around that. We're trying to bring the gas tokens where it brings down the gas like around 30 to 20%, which helps the users. And we're working on different things. There are internal discussions going on, like how to bring more efficient way to like bring down the gas for the users, so more people can start using the features without getting uh, worried about the gas. Right.
Someone asked the question: can he or she create their own custom actions on Instadapp?
Yeah, yeah, sure. So the DSA was created, the DSA was created for three purposes. So like one is for the protocols to integrate as many protocols as possible, so uh, users or developers can start working on the DSA platform. The second one is the users. We have been talking like how users were able to save, leverage, and other features, and how we are making complex transactions simpler. And the last one is the developer. So DSA. So the new platform DSA, I'll just share documentation how exactly developers can use DSA and build it. I'll just share my screen.
Okay.
Yep. So this is a documentation. So
Mm-hmm.
for DSA, we have a simplified version of SDK, which so if you see this one, so this one is just done by the JavaScript without no Solidity code. So if I can just show you how much exactly the code is. So with just few amount of lines in JavaScript without Solidity, without even touching Solidity, without developers worrying about the contract
Mm-hmm.
deployment or the stuff and anything, they can build their own version of their spells and everything, their own version of spells and everything, and they can do all this using our SDK. So our SDK simplifies the development process for the DSA and making a interesting recipes. Like let's say now, as I said, there were there were around six steps. So you have to just say at now let's say this is the beginning of the step. So the beginning of the step, I say that I want to borrow the cash loan from Instapool around 20 times. So this will be around 20 times. Then I sell sell that, then I open and deposit. After that, I borrow the same amount and pay back the transaction. So this stuff can be just done in JavaScript. And to show you what all the protocols are integrated as of now, there are approximately around 10 protocols integrated on DSA platform. So you can
Mm.
use stuff and create exciting and cool recipes out there. So just everything on the UI you see, most of this is just done by our SDK. So we
Mm-hmm.
handle the smart contract deployment and we make interoperability between the protocols and everything. So users can just say which step at which point they want and they can build a feature like it collateral swap, maximizing form or on white or any feature that's present on our app or anywhere. They can also build it. They can also just use this building. You can also share this one. The same.
Okay. So the answer is yes. Okay, you can actually create your own custom actions. Just visit the documentation page. Just visit the documentation page for Instadapp. Okay, and you can find a lot of the resources that you need over there. Um, Now, can you tell us a little bit about the people building behind Instadapp? How many people? Is it a company? Is Instadapp a company or is it a DAO?
So currently, I would say it's like a mid-layer protocol between the protocols like Compound, Aave, and the user. So we are the mid layer for smart wallet. So where we simplify complex things for the users, so they can use the protocols there. So I would say that it's just a mid layer protocol between both this
Right. Okay. So
protocols.
you're basically creating uh, kind of like a smart wallet. Am I
Yes,
right?
yeah,
People
yeah.
connect their wallets, okay, to Instadapp, and then from Instadapp, okay, it basically extends their superpowers of what they can do, um, much more easier, less gas fees. I don't know, Trilok. Okay, even I'm trying to empathize, okay, with what you guys are going through as well, because even if you um, manage to reduce, okay, and optimize your code to save 30%, okay, gas fees, the demand the demand, okay, for using DeFi might actually, like 2x or 3x,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
um,
Yeah, so like there's a DeFi wave going on currently. So a lot of protocols are releasing their governance tokens, and people are and the users are jumping into yield farming and everything. So we can't really bring down like everything. We can just bring up to a little bit percentage, and that percentage is achieved by little bit of code optimization and the gas tokens. For the gas
yeah.
tokens, we have to buy them at users or users have to buy them at a low price, and whenever the gas price reaches like above 100, they have to use that to reduce their gas price and everything. So in the near future, they might for each transaction it might increase. Like as you see, there was $100 for leverage, but in the future it might go up to 150 and 200. We are not sure. Like there's a lot of demand going on and lot of new users are onboarding. So like it's pretty difficult to say what's.
I agree. Okay, that is why DeFi is both, okay. It's a happy problem. Okay, to one person from Vietnam who's asking the question about um, uh, is the gas fees hindering, okay, the user experience, okay, on and adoption? I think the short answer is yes, definitely. Nobody likes to pay like super high transaction fees
Yeah,
to get their things done. Um, However, the only reason why gas fees are high is because there are just so many people who want to use Ethereum, and also the way that Ethereum is designed, that every single transaction that is done on the Ethereum blockchain, you will require to pay gas, right? So the next question I think that would be interesting is that um, are you guys working on anything else other than because DeFi is not limited to Ethereum, right?
Yeah.
Are you guys
So
working on other things?
we are mostly focused on Ethereum DeFi. So
Yeah.
so in the DeFi space, in the Ethereum DeFi space only, we are thinking to bring new new features. In the next 1 2 weeks, we might release the Genesis multi-sig support. So the smart wallet can be controlled by Genesis, and we are working on the authority side. So on the authority side, people can assign one address as a manager or a guardian, where it increases the smart layer or this smart account security, like a level bit, so users are not very users feel very secured about the security. And the other things are like we're trying to bring more protocols integrated on our DSA platform, so people can start people can do interoperability between the protocols in easy and a single place.
Okay, so two of the things which are pretty new, when I say pretty new, also it's like mm, maybe a month old. But things move so fast in DeFi. Um, is dep swaps? You have two new features, okay? Dep swaps and collateral swaps. Why did you create this feature? What do people use it for? Why is it so popular?
Okay, okay. So let's consider the collateral swap first. So as you know, the distribution was based upon the interest rate on the tokens. So beginning there was a huge interest rate on USDT. Then some
Yeah,
users trick the compound and increase the interest rates on back. So people wanted to shift the collateral from USDT to back. If they had to
right.
do, they had to first close their position, then then again they have to shift their collateral from USDT to back, and then at the last step they again have to open their position. So it's like a three-step process. So instead of that,
Right.
in the collateral swap, what we do is that we just take the Flashstone. So most of the features on our DApp are powered by Flashstone. The Flashstone is it's the powerhouse of each and every feature. So here
Mm-hmm.
so here we take the flash loan and
Mm-hmm.
shift from one collateral to another in just one single
Mm-hmm.
transaction in a fewer steps. So and it will be like the gas optimized also, because if you are doing in 3 steps, first you have to close, swap, and then open the position. It will be if you could consider the current position might go up to $200, $200 to $50. But with the collateral swap, you can reduce it by one fourth or one fifth.
Right. Okay. So the reason, okay, for introducing the collateral swap was because at the beginning of the coin mining
Yep.
craze, people were using BAT tokens, okay,
People are using
as
USD.
collateral. Yeah,
Yes.
using BAT tokens as collateral. And when the comp, okay, the people behind the governance of Compound changed the rules, then um, people needed to swap their collateral from BAT tokens, basic attention tokens, okay, to something like DAI, right? And thus, okay, you created this feature so that they can swap the
Yes.
collaterals. What about dep swap?
Debt swap is like now let's say in the beginning. So when we have thought of this was you usually they in the older version, like when there was a older version of the interest rate on DAI, the DAI interest rate used to go up to 13 to 14%. So that was pretty huge to pay. So at that
Mm-hmm.
moment of time, users could just so after borrowing DAI, users could shift to another debt, like the less like USDT or USDC in another stable coin. So they have to pay less interest rate. And when the DAI interest rate comes to normal, you can just again shift back to DAI debt back again. So there we use debt swap. And and that feature is used in the com mining also. As I said, it works. So on the com mining depends upon both the collateral and the depth. So now if you want to shift both, you can shift it, or if you just want to shift, you have just only one collateral, you can do that one also.
Okay, all right. So just to give a quick summary and recap, okay, because a lot of things were unpacked here. There's a lot of to those okay who are completely new to DeFi, you might hear these things like calm mining and etc. I think that it's important, okay, for people to understand part of the reason why DeFi right now is receiving so much attention and traction is because it's going through an incentivized phase. All these protocols that are being shipped right now, like and have been battle tested, and going into their from their alpha to their beta modes, right? Are starting to decentralize, okay, and starting to issue out their governance tokens, which are clearly right now in very high demand. And part of that, okay, because of that, um, people are looking for as many creative ways to maximize their yield. This is what we call yield hacking, right? Right? Do you agree with this? Yeah.
Yeah.
So um, and what Instadapp does is that once you understand um, what you need to do when you have identified an opportunity and you want to get things done, Instadapp makes it so much more easier because they have all these different functions, okay, that you can connect directly with your non-custodial wallet of your choice. And instead of going through the individual protocols, okay, to learn how to get these things done, you can just do it via Instadapp. Um, few clicks, pop, 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 and set it done. So where would be the best thing to do for someone, okay, who is learning Instadapp for the first time and wanted to try out, okay, what would be the one thing, okay, that people should try to do, would you say?
Uh,
If
so, so people can use a leverage feature, like they can use at the current Ethereum price, they can use the leverage feature on the compound, and a compound is like pretty simple to use than Maker. So you can use
mhm.
that, and let's say if you have let's say if you have a collateral in it, you can just deposit that and you can leverage on that. And you have to just make sure that when the price is falling down, you close your position before that. Otherwise, you might get
Okay,
liquidated. So yeah.
okay. So one of the things, okay, that it's also popular and people use is the leverage function
Yes.
um, on is the leverage function, okay, on compound, where when they speculate, and I use the word speculate, when they speculate that their collateral is going to go up, they can go and get more leverage on the collateral that they have. However, there is the risk, okay, that if a downside were to happen, then they would um, risk getting liquidated. Is that correct?
Yes, yes. And you can do this leverage on stable coins also. So you can do this leverage feature on the same collateral and same depth. So you can do this on DAI and DAI. So you can earn more. If you can earn more yield or like the things.
Is there anything else, okay, that you would like to? I think that I personally am going to uh, experiment more, okay, on instead of on this leverage thing. Um, is there anything else that you would like to bring to attention, okay, to a community about what Instadapp is building next, or what help do you guys need right now? What are you looking for? What is Instadapp looking for?
So currently we have we're working on we're just having inter discussion like what to bring new. So one of the major side we're working is currently on the authority side. Authority side is nothing but each smart wallet has like owners. So in those owners also you can segregate the level of the security. manager can only let's say there's a owner has the full access of the of your position of like or the smart wallet where you can shift where you can shift assets from the MetaMask account to smart wallet here and there. And there's another level of owner, that is manager. Manage if you give that if you give this manager access to someone, they can just help you to move your position from one protocol to another. Let's say now you have just opened your position, like you have just opened your leverage position on ETH, and there's a ETH price crashing. So now you're not available on your computer, but you want to just when your friend or some your family you want to close your position, and you can give the access of the manager to your family member or your friend to close that position, and you'll be from the liquidation. So that is one thing. And the next thing, we are trying to bring more protocols, to bring new protocols, like the most popular protocols. Since we had already 10, so we have started working on the authority side. Next, we'll be again focusing on the adding more protocols, uh, and then we are trying to make robustly flash loan where users can borrow up to like more than 2 million. Our current flash loan limit is 2 million, but we're trying to increase that and bring more robust flash loan contracts and everything, and make more simple for users, developers also, so they can use flash. So there's one thing that developers can build their own arbitrage bot and everything using a DSA platform. They can just write the scripts. As I said, you can just say you can just say some few logics, and then you can just automate that. And you can leverage your position whenever there's an opportunity, and that runs behind like as a bot or something when there's a position. So developers
Yeah,
can do that, and yeah.
that is one of the things which I am so interested in actually doing actually as well. One of the things that um, I'm very fascinated by, okay, is to create a my own bot, okay, that actually monitors the chain, looks for arbitrage opportunities across dexes, okay, on particular tokens that I am looking at, and then get the flash loan, okay, to execute on that, and then that becomes like a passive income stream, which um, and it's honest work because you are helping to make the market efficient, okay, and yeah, that's what arbitrageurs actually do. So
Yeah.
thank you so much. I think that there's one. So I look forward, okay, that you're coming up with that, okay. Now Anthony asked the question: is it possible to use any protocol to interact with Instadapp in an automated fashion so that they can continuously leverage on the DApp?
So
If it's possible, what does he need to do?
yeah, so you can't use any protocols on our on our DSA platform. So for each and every protocol, we have to build a contract. We have to deploy that, and then we'll adding that contract to the DSA ecosystem to increase the security and to secure the users' funds and everything. So we added a security feature where only the protocol connectors we have added, they can use the protocol connectors like for the protocols. Like since in the beginning I've told you there are around 10 protocols integrated. So those 10 protocols can be used. In the future, we'll be adding more and more. So using these 10 protocols, you can continuously leverage, and you can for this you have to build a bot. This bot can be in our SDK is built upon JavaScript, so you can use JavaScript and build a bot, Node.js or something at the back end, and just writing your logics like how exactly things you want to do, like where exactly you want to arbitrage and anything, you can just do that.
All right. Okay. Thank you very much. Is there anything else that you would like to share, okay, with the community, okay, before yeah, we thank you for your time.
So one thing I would like to say that there's a DeFi wave going on. So it's a good time to leverage your position. And in the Maker Vault USDC A Vault has you can leverage up to 14x. That's the one cool feature you can do it. 14x is really huge. So you can try that. It has no risk for doing that, but you just need to wait for some period of time to just close your
there's
position.
there is always risk. Okay. I
So it,
need to be very
uh,
careful with this. You know, one risk.
so
Okay, that one risk. Okay, that can happen is click wrong button risk. Okay,
yeah,
I don't think okay people can underestimate that as well. All right. So
so
is
is
there
it?
like any documentation on guide? Okay, for that particular function?
Yeah. So on the I can just share my screen and show you where
Yep.
exactly it is. So, so on the screen, you can just go to any vault. You can create a new vault, your
Yep.
USDC deposit
Right.
collateral, and you can just say short that, and just enter the amount you want to leverage. So let's say if I've deposited around 1,000, you can go up to 14x. You can enter the entire amount and then click on the short. Yeah. In this feature, there is no risk of liquidation because on the maker system, the price of USDC and DAI is one. So there is no risk of liquidation. The risk I meant is. But if let's say if the borrow rate increase, you might have to pay the interest rate for a few for the few days or something. But there is no like particular thing that stops you doing.
Okay. So with that, I would like to say thank you so much, okay, for joining us, okay, for Southeast Asia DeFi Week. Really love, okay, that to see more things coming from Instadapp. Have you been to this part of the world before, Trilok?
This part of the world, you mean
Southeast Asia,
like
Malaysia,
okay.
Singapore, Philippines, Indonesia, Vietnam.
So I've been into Indonesia, Bali, so for a vacation, and I'm
Wow.
yeah, I'm from the South Asia side, India. I'm from India.
Mm-hmm. All right. So again, thank you so much, okay, for being with us today, and we look forward, okay, to if somebody wanted, okay, to be active in the Instadapp, okay, where community, where is most of the communication taking place right now? What is your
So
favorite communication vehicle?
So we have recently shifted from Telegram to Discord. So we are mostly handling community the community management on the Discord. I can just share you
Mm-hmm.
the link right once.
Right.
So this is a Discord channel.
Mm-hmm.
I've just shared it.
All right. Okay. All right. Okay. So I hope you guys, okay, enjoyed our session together with Trilok. Thank you so much, okay, with spending time with us, Trilok. Um, we will keep in touch, okay, and look forward to hear more good things, okay, from Instadap.
Yeah, sure. And happy farming, guys.
All right. Okay. Thank you for your time. All right. Moving on. Okay. Let's see. Uh, moving on. Before we go into the next topic for today, which is we must talk about it, okay? Just want to give a quick shout out, okay, to our partners, event partners. The first one, okay, is Blockchain Space. Blockchain Space is a blockchain hub located in uh, central Manila, Makati, Philippines, and it's really the best place, okay, to organize any blockchain related event that you want to do. Okay, they have really, really, really strong community, and it's very, very convenient. Okay, so if you're in the Philippines, okay, and if you're looking for a venue, okay, to host your next event for end of the year 2020 or next year 2021, look up, okay, blockchain space. Also from the Philippines, okay, want to give a quick shout out, okay, to Luis and BlockX. BlockX is the most active, vibrant, would I say volatile? No. Okay. Most active, vibrant crypto trading desk in the Philippines. Lewis, okay, also does a weekly podcast every Tuesday, 6:30 p.m. GMT plus 8, okay, where a lot of people tune in. So if you're looking for a place, okay, if you're from the Philippines and that is a, where you want to go and get the latest kind of information, BloomX actually, yeah, they get you covered very, very well. So do look out for that. All right, so now we're going to move into the second bit, okay? So we talked about Instadapp. We must talk about Uniswap because what is Uniswap? So Uniswap this is taken up from the white paper, okay, of Uniswap V2. Uniswap, okay, is an on-chain system of smart contracts that implements an automated liquidity protocol based on a constant product formula. Okay, now very simply, it just means it's a decentralized exchange. But the reason why that it is described in that manner, because that is part of the innovation of what Uniswap really is. Traditionally, when you look at exchanges, what we are very familiar with is order book exchanges. Like for example, in crypto, okay, we are familiar, okay, with Binance, Coinbase, order book exchanges, right? Where people would have people who want to buy, okay, crypto, they would list their orders, okay, that I want to buy Bitcoin, okay, and then there will be a huge order book, okay, of buys, and there will be a huge order book of sells, and that is how those exchanges work. What is interesting about Uniswap, okay, is not only that it is offering a exchange. The way that they do it is not based on an order book. What they have done is that they have created a protocol that operates kind of like a pool of funds. And when you learn about it, it is surprisingly really simple. Basically, if let's say I created a pool, okay, of 2 tokens of ETH and USDC, for example, right? If one person wanted USDC, he will go into the pool and he would swap, okay, his ETH for that USDC, and that's basically it. And the pool, okay, will always remain constant, and that's basically what is happening, okay, in Uniswap. Now, Uniswap, okay, is currently probably the #1 most used, okay, DEX. If just have a look, okay, just stop the screen and share my tab. Right, look at that. Okay, this is what you're looking at right now is ETH gas station. It is based on what are the most, okay, used platforms, okay, in the Ethereum blockchain. And if you could see the demand, okay, on the leaderboard, USDT still is #1, okay, the number of smart contract calls, transactions, and gas fees, people who pay, okay, to get their transactions processed. They're still number one. Then we have Ponzi's and scams, okay. This is a huge problem in the space. The only way that we can do it to stop, to reduce this impact is that more of us just stop buying into money games. That will reduce that. Coming in number 3 is Uniswap. And the reason, okay, for that is because Uniswap offers a really, really simple interface. So just to give you an example, just to give you an example, let's see, let me share a different screen. Uniswap. There we go. So this is the Uniswap example. So we are so used, okay, to exchanges, right? That we when something like this, okay, exists, okay, where if I wanted, okay, to exchange my wallet, my crypto for something else. Let's say, let me connect my wallet, MetaMask, right? Okay, and if I want to like swap, okay, say 0.06611, okay, of ETH for US dollars, I can do that, and that's it. Okay, it will basically go into a pool, okay, and give me USDC in exchange for my ETH. Now I'm doing this, okay, just as a demonstration, okay. So this is going to be a costly thing because I'm swapping 20 US dollars, okay, but I'm paying 11 US dollars of gas. This is a problem in the space. But the point being is that the user experience is like super, super, super easy. And this is all done in a decent, without intermediaries. It's super, super efficient. Now, in order for Uniswap, okay, to function, how it does is that it requires people to contribute liquidity to the pools, to create these pools. So the second thing that you can do on Uniswap is you can become a liquidity provider. And by contributing liquidity into a particular pool, say, imagine I just exchanged some ETH for USDC right now. If you contribute your idle cryptocurrencies, right, to the ETH USDC pool, you will earn a portion of the trading fees that I just paid for making this transaction. So this also becomes, okay, a way of earning, okay, using Uniswap. So if, let's say, for example, if you wanted to add liquidity into a pool, it is also, the user interface is also very, very simple. Example, ETH and USDC, right? You will need to contribute roughly about an equal amount. You get what I mean? Because remember, what Uniswap does, okay, is you create all these pools, okay, where people can trade. So you need to give 50%, okay, of one asset and 50% of another asset, right? So in this example here, okay, imagine that I want to contribute, okay, first, okay, you're interacting with the smart contract that Uniswap has done, okay, so approve, okay, you need to pay one gas fee here, all right, let's just pay it. I'll tell you what, okay, let's do another thing, okay, because let's leapfrog, okay, because I am interested in adding liquidity into another pool. And so there's two things that I would do here. Um, number one, okay, I like Aave, all right, I like Aave a lot, and I uh, buy into the long-term potential, okay, of what Aave can be, right? Um, how so I have Aave, okay, I have Aave, and I have Eve, right? So I'm interested, okay, to contribute to the Aave Eve pool. So let me share my screen, okay, on another website, okay, which is quite useful, okay, for you. Let's see here. Stop screen. Okay, share another screen. Let me just share my entire screen. All right. Okay, so let me introduce you another website, okay, which I use, okay, which is useful, okay. It's called uniswaproi.com. Okay, login, okay, and then look at the pools. So when I search the pool, right, okay, I'm going to look for the Aave pool, all right, lend, if lend, right. So for some of you who were absent yesterday and you do not know what lend is, lend is basically Aave, but they are in the transition, okay, of changing their token, okay, from lend, okay, to Aave. But right now the Aave token is called lend. I am actually bullish, okay, about Aave. So and I have a bag, okay, of ETH, and I have a bag of Aave. However, right now they're sitting in my wallet and they're not earning me more money, right? So one option for me to do it, okay, is that add liquidity to Uniswap, to this pool, right, and earn trading fees. So from here you can see that if I added liquidity to this pool, the amount of trading fees that I can earn over the next 30 days is roughly about 2.19%. And this is an estimation, and this number is a factor on two things. One, trading volume, because the more people who use Uniswap to buy or sell to swap, okay, for these lend tokens, then the, the more, okay, the liquidity providers of that pool will earn the fees, right? So the first factor is volume, and then the second factor is volatility. All right, so this is an estimate of how much I can earn in terms of fees, okay, by providing liquidity into this pool, 2.19. There is expected amount of impersonal loss. Okay, this can happen if, again, volatility. Um, and this is an annualized, okay, estimation of what is the yield if I decided to put my ETH tokens and my lend tokens into this pool for a period of 1 year and I don't touch it. This is the estimated annualized return. Okay, so now that I've made the decision, I'm going to do this. So I would go to Uniswap. I would uh, yep, okay, let's say for example I put in, yep, that sounds about right. Okay, let me put in 219.29, okay, of lend tokens into percent, okay, of the other token as well. So that's what's happening. Approve, pay the gas fee, right? Make it happen, pay it. And okay, so we're waiting, okay, for that transaction, okay, to get approved. Okay, I can see the activity is done. Okay, is now approved already. Then the second transaction, okay, is the first transaction is approving, okay, the smart contract, okay, to interact, okay, with my tokens. And then the second one is actually contributing the money into the pool. So confirm supply, pay the transaction fee of about $8 US, the gas fees. Some of you might be asking, what is considered a low gas fee? That's a very good question. Early this year in January, people would like, okay, maybe 10 Gwei. Um, earlier last month, around like I think early July, we were still seeing, you know, like 15. We could still get 15, you know, like really, really early in the morning, Malaysia, Singapore, Philippine time, like between 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. We would see like maybe 15 Gwei, 20 Gwei, you know, for a fast, okay, transaction. Really, literally just the amount, okay, of smart contract calls and demand for processing transactions on Ethereum has grown so high over the last 1 month that we are seeing, okay, these kinds of numbers, okay, in terms of the gas fees. I think we've never seen 100 before, okay. Well, not for a long time. I think back then, way back, I think maybe 3 to 4 years ago, when CryptoKitties, okay, was first, that was another period, okay, of really, really insane high gas fees. Back then, a lot of people had a lot of Ethereum. They did not know what to do with it, and then suddenly there's this collectible cat game that they can get. So a lot of people starting using Ethereum, wanting their transactions to process through. Not right now, it's two things: it's DeFi and scams. Right. So, but we're here to talk about DeFi. Right. So coming back, okay, to the right. Cool. I have now added, okay. I have now added this into my pool. Okay, this is the record. Okay, this is Etherscan, and it shows the record. Okay, that now I have about like um, 1.14, and I can see the my position. Okay, here, and I can actually track my earnings. Now I'm earning trading fees. Okay, I'm making my idle cryptocurrencies work for me. So this is the beautiful thing about Uniswap. Okay, this kind of earning is different from what we covered yesterday. Compound and Aave, okay, when you supply your cryptocurrencies to Compound and Aave, you are earning interest, because what the protocol does is that it lends out, okay, to borrowers, okay, at a particular rate, and then it gives you a particular rate, and the protocol earns a difference. In this one, okay, is basically whenever you have money in a particular pool, okay, and people are trading from that pool, those trading fees are just shared across all the number of liquidity providers there. All right. All right, let's take some questions. Darvesh, can you switch the screen, okay, to me? Stop my screen share. Right. Thanks. Okay, let's take some questions. Yeah, ETH gas, okay, is crazy right now. Zappify, okay, is a nice tool for yield farming. Agreed. Okay, let's have a look at Zappify. Thank you so much, okay, for that suggestion. Okay, let's share that, okay, with everyone right now. Let's see, Zappify. So Zappify, okay, it's really, really cool. Okay, it allows you to basically, in one single snapshot, know where all your cryptocurrency assets are based on that cryptocurrency wallet address that you have, right? So how do you use, okay, Zappify? Um, you can go to Zappify. Let me just log out. Let me just log out. You can just go to Zappify, all right? Key in your Ethereum address here, all right? Or um, connect, okay, to your wallet. And it's as simple as that. And then, okay, you could see here, right, okay, that in terms of Uniswap, um, I have contributed to two pools, the Ren ETH pool and the Aave ETH pool, right? Because I'm a fan, okay, of the Ren protocol, which we'll be featuring tomorrow, and I'm also a fan, okay, of the Aave ETH pool as well. So that is basically Uniswap in a nutshell. It is a decentralized exchange. It has a really, really super user interface. That is probably the reason why it has gained so much traction over the last thing. Okay, set high gas or high slippage transactions. Okay, default to failing in 15 minutes. And if someone else placed the transaction before you and didn't meet your slip, it will cancel. That's correct. Let's take more questions. All right. So there is a few more things, okay, which is very important to know about Uniswap right now. I think this is an important public service announcement, right? Let's see. Share screen. Let me share the screen. Right. So one of the things, okay, which is very, very important to know, okay, in this permissionless ecosystem is that it's both a double-edged sword. It allows people to innovate, but it allows also bad actors to do creative, fraudulent activities. So one of that, okay, could be like, for example, creating a fake Uniswap token. Uniswap, the protocol itself, does not have a token, but people have created, fake tokens, okay, trying to basically scam people. Give you an example, okay. Let's have a look, okay, of fake Uniswap token. Let's see, fake Uniswap token. Okay, give you an example, okay, of what's happening in the space. Let me share my screen here. And this is like super, super important. Let me just share my entire screen. Like, for example, there is no DYDX token at all, okay? And people are, what the problem, okay, with what Uniswap, okay, that people can do is that they can create a fake token, and then create a pool, and then call people to add liquidity into that pool, right? And yeah, and then because that they dump, okay, the token price of that token, which actually has no value, because that's basically a scam. When in an interview, okay, with Hayden Adams, let's see, select the token. Let's look at one of the, let's say for example, Keep. I wonder whether Keep is in here. Right, let me go to Etherscan and just choose a token called Keep, for example. Keep token. Right, and then I go to Uniswap and I paste the contract address here. I found Keep. Right. Never mind. I read this recently. This one is a Shiba Inu token. Is it Shiba Inu token? There's a token going on around, okay, which is supposedly the doggy token of Ethereum. And let's see. So this is CoinGecko, all right. I like CoinGecko. Get all my information from CoinGecko. So when I want information about a particular token, I would search on the Google thing. It'll give me a lot of this, like links. Like for example, Etherscan, or I want to know where is it currently being traded, right? Okay, and it shows me here. So if I go back, okay, to and I choose this as a token. It's not showing right now, but Uniswap actually, what I was expecting to see was a warning, notice that anyone can create a token, and there has been a rise, okay, of malicious, fraudulent, fake tokens circulating. So you need to be very careful, okay, that the token that you are how do I say, adding liquidity into the pool that you're adding is the genuine token. The good news is that you can verify that. That's the good news, because the records are on chain. For a legitimate project, right? Okay, like for example, if I wanted to contribute, okay, to why is Etherscan not working? If I wanted to contribute to, say, for example, Aave, the LEND token, right? If I want to contribute, okay, to the LEND token, I can actually visit Etherscan, and I can pool, okay, the contract address, okay, of the genuine project. The genuine project, you would see, okay, that it would have the transaction histories, okay, of what a legitimate project would have, as opposed to something that is newly formed and clearly it's there to grab your money. All right, so this is very important, okay, to know about Uniswap. This is something that the founder, Hayden Adams, okay, pointed out when in one recent interview, what he wished, okay, that he could have implemented a little bit better, okay, over the last 6 months, but they will be doing something very soon for Uniswap V2. All right, so that I felt that we need to talk about Uniswap, because you can't talk about you can't do a Southeast Asia DeFi without covering Uniswap. It is another money Lego that allows, okay, people to, you know, build on top of, okay, integrate with. People can get a flash loan, you know. People could do cross DEX, okay, arbitrage because of this. And I think from today, you are starting to see that DeFi, okay, with what we already have right now in DeFi, we can go very deep, okay? We can go very deep. the purpose, okay, of this Southeast Asia DeFi week is to give enough, okay, of an introduction and broad picture to see what is possible, what is available. So I hope that you guys have gained value again, okay, over the this 2-hour session. Any other questions? I think that this, I'm very happy, okay, with our community, right? You guys are talking about how not to basically, how to spot a fake one, which is very rare, okay, in topic of conversation, okay, in community, when we talk about communities. It's so easy, okay, just at a simple Facebook search, okay, what are different kind of cryptocurrency communities, okay, out there. So I'm really, really grateful, okay, that you guys are making a difference as well. Let me share. We are right. So share screen. All right, so we have covered, okay, Instadapp and Uniswap for today. I really wanted to get Hayden Adams onto the program. However, he clearly, okay, congratulations to him, because he recently closed a Series A funding round to bring Uniswap, okay, further into this. Really great shout out to him, really. It's worth actually reading up, okay, on Hayden's story on how he created Uniswap. That is also a very interesting story as well. There's one blog post, okay, that I will put it into the comment chat. I shared it on the group before. It's really, really what we call as. I agree with Christian, okay, who works at CoinGecko. That is really a Cinderella story. It started with first getting fired from his previous job, and then learning about solidity and smart contracts, and starting as a person who doesn't know how to code, and to be able to code one of the most widely used tools, okay, in the DeFi space today. It's really an inspiring story, okay, and something, okay, that is worth learning from and following. So tomorrow, okay, come back at 3 to, the next 2 days is going to be like super, super packed. But I am really, really excited for it. So tomorrow, okay, we're going to talk about OMC, okay, we're going to be talking to OMC, REN protocol, and Keep, okay. There's going to be basically 2 sessions, one 3 to 5 p.m., okay, session with OMC and REN protocol. And then at 9 to 10 p.m., okay, another session with Keep. The reason for that is because time difference. We managed to get, okay, one of the core team members, okay, from Keep to share us of how they're going to bring Bitcoin into Ethereum. It's really, really unique. I've been quite actively following Keep, enjoying myself, okay, in the process as well. You'll learn more about it tomorrow. REN protocol is also bringing Bitcoin, okay, into Ethereum. How are they different, okay, from Keep? How are they different from Wrap Bitcoin? We'll also learn about it tomorrow. And then OMC is a local company building on DeFi. So be back here tomorrow, okay? Looking forward to day 4, Synthetics Curve Balancer. Oh my God, that one. Really nervous for that, but I'm looking forward to it. Then day 5, we have 1-inch loop ring. Day 6, we have MyEther wallet and Zerion. If you like Zapper.fi, Chanel, okay, from Philippines, if you like Zapper.fi, give Zerion a try, even before today. Let me know, okay, what you think of it. And then last but not least, okay, on day 7, we'll cap it off, okay, with Dia. There will be a panel. Okay, I'm happy to confirm that we have a special, we have three very, very special guests coming, okay, for this panel. I'll reveal it later, okay? And we have Maker, okay, to close it off and talk about decentralized governance on day 7. So that's all for today. This is the QR code, okay, for, please give us feedback, okay, of what you think of today's session with Instadapp and my coverage of Uniswap. Fill in the feedback form, input your Ethereum wallet address, give us, okay, the question, okay, you want to, for winning, okay, the 10 best questions, okay, and we would close this off, okay, the cutoff period for this one is tomorrow, 6 p.m., and then we'll announce the winners on the following day. With that, I hope that you enjoy, okay, Southeast Asia DeFi Week. If you have missed, okay, the first one, okay, we will post the link, okay, of the first one before that. And see you guys tomorrow. Bye.
The futurist. The futurist. Take it to your room. Shoot it up to the moon. You make it too easy for other people to understand. What's that in your hand? Help me breathe. Maybe you won't look at that place that way. The futurist. The futurist.